How are investors reacting? What can they do amidst this market volatility? Roger Perrett is joining us from Freshwater Wealth. Roger, welcome back.
Thanks, Edo. Good to be back.
Look, we've seen periods of heightened volatility before with market corrections or a falling perhaps back into a bear market. Maybe investors asking that question, is it different this time? What do you say to clients?
Yeah, exactly. So some clients we're talking to surprisingly, or maybe surprisingly, see it as a buying opportunity. But we do see clients, especially our clients who have only been with us a short period of time, who haven't been through corrections. I guess, really asking the question, what should we be doing? And I think their reactions offer a stage. The initial is just a shock, what's happening. The second is, trying to work it out. And to your point, like, is this time any different? We've been through the GFC. Oh, that was different. Oh, COVID, that was different. But surprisingly, even though the reason for these corrections are different every time, the outcome is often the same, or always the same. The market always continues to go up after these corrections. And the human race is fantastic at solving these problems. So although a lot of people right now may be looking and going, I don't know the way out, I don't know how this is going to turn around, but we can look back on history and go, well, people are very good at working out these solutions, and I have no doubt that down the track in the future, we will work it out and markets will return to their previous highs and some. So hopefully that helps, but that's how I sort of talk through those clients who are a little bit jittery, if you like.
Yeah, I guess particularly the new ones who may be new to investing too, that haven't seen this
That's
before.
Right.
It's uncharted territory for them. So what's your advice as to what they should not be doing? And it's that P word, isn't it?
Well, yeah, in terms of what they shouldn't be doing, I think timing the market is often one of those temptations. Maybe I should sell and I'll buy back later. However, you've got to be really good at two decisions, not only the time to sell, but then also when to buy. And when I look back on time, I think it's extremely hard to get that right. What generally happens, people often sell when it's going down, and then they buy too late and they miss out on the recovery. So what I'd be suggesting for people is don't try to fall into that trap where you think that you can time the market. It's far better to go to hold and to go on the roller coaster. An analogy I like to use, it's almost like going on the roller coaster at Luna Park and what have you, and you're going down the first big incline and go, oh gosh, I didn't think it was going to be this big. I didn't think the drop was going to be this fast. And look, you'd be crazy to unbuckle and jump out, right? You're better off staying secure, hang in there, and eventually you'll get to your destination. So that's I think the best analogy. We shouldn't be trying to time the market. We've just got to sit tight and wait for the markets to recover. Well,
to continue with that analogy, it could get messy though, couldn't it? You might lose your lunch on the way down with some of those sharp falls.
No, that's right.
So how important is it for investors to have a longer term outlook? Because over time, we always talk about markets go up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. I think, right now people, have got three options. They can either sell. We don't recommend they do that. We really recommend, as you say, to just hold firm, look at their overall strategy, and that's what they should be focusing on. So generally, either that would be hold. I think most people in this scenario will be holding and just riding the roller coaster ride, so to speak, or like I said before, even seeing this as a buying opportunity. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Staying firm to the strategy and focusing on that rather than the volatility.
Yeah, so don't panic. What though? It's hard to shake yourself out of herd mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's right.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I think it's switching off a little bit. Like it's switching off in terms of the market price or your portfolio value, because of course when you look at it, it's going to conjure up those emotions and get you worried and potentially create a panic, and then maybe you do something that isn't wise. So I think definitely switching off. Don't look at your portfolio for a while, and also picking and choosing what media that you look at. Right, coming to really credible sources to get their views and things like that, rather than talking to the friend or the person who may have an opinion, but maybe not really credible in terms of someone to listen to.
Roger, what do you say to those people who are at or near retirement who may be looking to cash out? You talk about timing, obviously. Now is not a good time, and many would be worried about their retirement savings.
Yeah, sure. Look, I'd hope if people are looking to retire in the next few years, we really try and make sure by the time they get to that date, they've got a bit of a war chest. I normally use 12 months worth of living expenses in their portfolio in cash. So if we do get a correction like we're going through right now, they don't have to sell to be able to access the money or to access money to live on, because we've got that war chest of living expenses set aside beside the portfolio. So that's really a good approach to minimise that timing risk, if you like, where you're looking to retire and, oh no, this couldn't happen at the worst time.